Meanwhile, in stately Wayne Manor.
Greetings, Bat fans! Another Superhero Saturday is coming at you right now. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Build the Batmobile. Of course, that's the classic 1966 Batmobile. So today, a pretty short episode, pretty breezy. We're going to be installing the right tires. So we're going to have both of the front tires attached. And then we're going to be installing a piece of the left side frame. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So let's get into the build and we'll talk about it after.
And in the Batcave, deep below stately Wayne Manor.
Here is issue 25. So here's the magazine. All right, so it looks like we get more wheel parts today. And so it looks like we will be attaching the other wheel. And there we are. Here is the parts pack for issue 25. Right here are the parts. So we have our brake disc and brake drum, we have the brake line, a little washer, and then our wheel cover that covers up the screw for the wheel. So I'm just going to leave those in the tray because of this little washer. I don't want it to go flying around. So first thing we're going to do is grab the brake disc and the brake line. Let me set those aside really quick. Unroll that, stretch that out a little bit, and there is a little peg here, and just like on the other side, I am going to put a little drop of glue on that peg to secure the brake line, and then we will just attach that just like so. Set that aside for a second. Alright, let me go grab our wheel that we made. Alright, so here's the wheel we made. So we're going to turn this over. And now in the instructions, it wants us to attach this to the frame of the car first, and then attach the brake drum to the wheel. But I'm going to go ahead and attach the brake drum first, and then we'll bring the car over. So let me grab that. So that is this piece right here. And that is going to line up just like so on those two notches. And that's going to go in with AM screws. And there's two. So we've got that in. So I'm going to set that aside, and then we'll bring over the chassis of the car. All right, so we brought the chassis back. And now we are going to put the brake drum on. Let me make sure we get this on correctly. So there are two little lugs that will kind of line this up, just like so. And then we'll take the wheel and we'll pop that on. And then we need to take our little washer, pop that in. And then we'll take an FM screw, which is a little flange screw here. Make sure that is in there good and tight because we don't want any wobble. All right, there we go. That is on there secure. And then we're going to take our little bat decoration and we'll pop this on there. That sits on there, no glue needed. And same thing. No glue needed. So there we have both of the front wheels on. And that is the end of this issue. So here is issue 26. The magazine. And then we are getting more pieces for the frame. So they're just calling this left middle frame and left rear frame. And so we're going to put those pieces together and attach them to the car. So here is the parts pack. Okay, so I'm going to take these out. And these are both metal. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we are just going to be laying the parts just like so. And those should fit together very securely. And we're going to be putting those in with 2 cm screws. Alright, and that is metal going into metal, so you can tighten those down, but be careful not to strip the screws. Alright, so we're going to bring our chassis back with the motor, and this is going to go on just like so. And again, that is going in with CM screws. Again, metal into metal, so these can go in as tight as you can get them without stripping or breaking off the screw head. You want to make sure these are very secure because this is the foundation for the vehicle. So, alright, I think we got those in. Yep, as tight as we can get them. And that is it for this episode on the Partwork side. So let's switch gears and move over to the Lego side. Alright, so here's where we left off on the Lego side. So again, this is the back of the car. And it looks like we put these 2 pieces on in our last episode. So in this episode, we're going to be completing steps 73 through 78. So I'm going to turn this around to orient it how they have it in the manual. All right, let's get going. Okay, that is the end of the Lego portion. So we worked on this little area here. We put these 2 pieces in the back and this little area here. And that also, we have used all the parts in bag number 4. So in the next episode, we will be opening bag number 5. So let's bring over the Partwork build and see what we have, how these stack up. So again, so this is the rear of the Lego model, and this is going to be the rear of the, let me actually turn it this way. So yeah, you can't even see it. So I'm going to turn this sideways really quick, but you can see where we are. Here is the front of the Batmobile for the Partwork and the front of the Lego. So let me turn this around. It barely fits. So this is sort of where we're at on the scale model version. It's going to be quite large. So I believe the Lego version cuts off about here, and then we have that much more of the scale model. So that is it for this episode. Like I said in the introduction, a pretty easy episode. Just a couple of parts that we had to deal with. So let's get into the summary. For the Partwork build, we completed 8 steps and used 8 parts. And for the Lego build, we completed 10 steps and used 30 parts. So total to date for the Partwork build, 171 steps and 202 parts. And for the Lego side, 186 steps and 487 parts. All right, so again, pretty easy episode. Only 8 steps and 8 parts in the Partwork build. Next week's going to be even easier. So stay tuned for that. Please remember to like, subscribe, share the videos. It really helps the channel get discovered. Also, comment on the video if you have any questions, or let's start a discussion about the Penguin TV series. Is anybody watching that? I started the first episode. I know I'm a little late to the game, but I started the first episode the other day, and I think it's really good so far. I'm really liking it. So let me know if you're watching that and what you think about it. Be sure to stay tuned Tuesday for another DeLorean build, and then Thursday we have Tudor Corner coming up. So excited about that. So until I see you again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.